That's new. Okay. Um, that threw me off. Hello, you guys. My name is Tammy Evans, and I am a founding executive director with Bravenly. And I am so glad that you guys are joining today to learn a little bit more about TikTok. I have two of my right-hand ladies, Marcia and Lupe, on here. They are founding directors in Bravenly. And the reason that I asked them to kind of join is because we're all kind of learning TikTok together. They were already on it before I kind of jumped into it, and there is something awesome about being able to collaborate, especially when it comes to new media and new things. And everyone has different ideas about what we can do. So before I get into the nitty gritty, couple like housekeeping things. Amber, well, she's right here on my screen. Amber is signing. We have Tomas is on here, and he just didn't want to do the lip reading thing tonight. And so if you see her signing, that is why. And then I'm going to attempt to share my phone with you so you guys, we can walk through TikTok together. What this Zoom is not is how to like set up a TikTok, how to get started with TikTok. It is going to be, if you don't have a baseline understanding, then you might be like, oh, okay, this is a lot of information. And also the other thing is we are going to also talk a little bit about how to use TikTok cross-platform and why you're gonna wanna do that with Instagram, okay? Not like with Reels, we're not gonna really dive into the nitty gritty on that, but what you're gonna wanna do. So before let me open up. Okay, so I don't know if you guys, any of you watched my live recently about why it is going to be important for all of us to at least try to dabble a little bit within the short video realm. So whether you want to call it TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, it is the way that social media is going. And if we are in social marketing, we have to be mindful and keep up with the trends. Now, I'm going to say that to say I was probably one of the last adopters with all of this because I started in this Lupe saying, yeah, I started in this industry 10 years ago and I built on Facebook. It's what I did. It's what I know. Well, Facebook is just not doing it the same anymore for me and for a lot of other people. And you have to think about when social media started, it was text-based, right? You had Twitter, you had Facebook. And that's how it started. And people would read the posts and then you're cool. And then Instagram came around and they started adding a visual element to our social media. There was a visual representation. How do you tell a story through imagery, right? Through whatever. And then you could add that in Facebook. So that's kind of where it added. And then we had Snapchat come in and like change things up. And it was just like this quick, instant gratification, 24-hour, well, not even 24-hour, it goes away, right? Some of them, once you see it. So that started changing things even more. Then you had Facebook stories and that came around. And that was kind of the introduction to shorts. We like things, we cannot keep our attention for a very long time. You just have to think about that. Like I just posted a really long post on Facebook knowing that a lot of people aren't going to take the time to sit there and read it, but I still did it, okay? But I'm gonna find a way to do that same thing in a story because they could just tap through, and then maybe even in a short, that is a video, okay? On Instagram Reels or TikTok. So you have the stories and you had lives, and now you have this shorts, and it really is starting to be something that people are gravitating towards because it's real, it's authentic. There is no misrepresentation of your tone. You could read a post however you want to read. We're not asking them to really use their brain and read. We're just asking them to follow along and listen to us, watch us. And so that is where all of the research that I have done, and this is what I was saying, I was like one of the last to join TikTok. How many of you like just recently started TikTok in the last like couple of months? Like, let's just be honest, put it over here in the chat or say that was me. I'll just, if y'all were at the launch event, you know exactly why I started TikTok. They asked me to lead the social media panel, and through conversation with Ashley and Aspen, I felt like I needed to at least have a baseline understanding of all of the different platforms on social media to be
Tammy,
yes.
slow just a little.
Okay.
Just a little.
Got it.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I have to remember that, y'all. I have to be mindful. What was I saying? Oh, I felt like I needed to have a basic understanding of all of the different platforms. And then in all of my research, everything that was coming up was talking about TikTok, Reels, and Reels really to be the next thing for social marketers. That is where we need to be spending majority of our time. And so if that is what research is saying, then we need to be mindful of that and not just stick our heels so far in the ground and not adapt. So with all of that said, TikTok is an interesting beast, you guys. It's awesome and it's overwhelming at the same time. The cool thing is you can literally grow so fast on TikTok without even realizing it. The ability to grow there is unlike anything we've seen in any of the other social platforms yet. Back in the day, people grew on Instagram really quick. That is what is happening over here on TikTok, and it's still relatively new. They did not see an explosion of growth until COVID, until 2020 hit, and then it was the most downloaded app in all of the world for like 5 or 6 months straight. So that has to tell you the power of it. And how many of you are scared to get on TikTok? Me too. Okay. I was too. This is how I believe TikTok to be. Facebook to me is like your formal self. You are putting your best face forward. A lot of times people don't want to see the real, raw, authentic you. Okay. You are trying not to make anybody mad. You are trying to stay as neutral as possible on things because everyone is so sensitive over there on Facebook. Yes or no? Do y'all agree? Then you go to Instagram and you're like, well, oh, heck. I got to look pretty. I got to look put together. I got to put my best face forward because if it's not visually appealing, they're just going to scroll past me. They're not going to hear what I have to say. So it kind of, Facebook is where you're just trying to keep the peace and just kind of stay neutral. Instagram, you're trying to look the part. It's all about the visual representation. And then TikTok is where they're like, just come on and bring your real self. We don't really care. And I think that's what people are loving about TikTok. And that's what I am loving about it is it's actually preferred that you are your real self and not trying to be something you're not. And so with that said, one of the main things that you need to do is start to identify your niche. Okay. You will hear that. It's called niche down. I just keep thinking like buckle down. So think about 5 things. If you've been on any of our trainings, any social media trainings, we talk about what defines you. So what are these 5 things that make you who you are? What are you an expert in? What have you struggled with that you have value? What do you enjoy doing? So like Aaliyah, I'm like, all right, yoga, the crunchy life over here. That could be one of her things. You know, for now, pick 4 or 5 things that define you, make you who you are. And here's what's cool. TikTok is going to tell you what your account is going to be about in time. So you're going to start with these 5 things and it's going to feel like you're all over the place. Just don't worry. Just put stuff up. Just throw it up there. It doesn't matter if it's perfect or not. It doesn't matter if you get 5 likes on it and 0, or you have to have at least some views, 5 views on it or 5,000 views on it. Because the more content you have here in stage 1 about those 5 things, it will help you start narrowing down what your TikTok is going to be about. So if I asked Marcia and Lupe right now, which I will here in a minute, I guarantee you they have a couple of accounts they like to follow because these people talk about this. They have this one specific thing. And that is your goal, is to get there. Now your thing does not need to be Bravenly. All right. So on TikTok, MLM life, it's weird. It's just weird. Like needs to be an extension of you, but you don't need to be so over the top about it like we are necessarily on Facebook or Instagram. Okay. So your niche cannot be Bravenly. I'm just telling you right now, Bravenly has their own TikTok and their niche is Bravenly. That doesn't need to be your niche. It needs to be a part of you as you're going. So let me, now we're going to get to some of the good stuff. Let me figure out how to screen share iPad. Give me a second. Share. Okay, hold on. Screen mirroring. Is it gonna work? Do y'all see my phone? Does it say like the screen mirroring, the 3 different options? Haha, perfect.
Yep.
So now do you see my TikTok app right there? Awesome. Okay, let me change this view over here so I can see some more faces. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit, I guess I don't have to show you my phone, huh? Because y'all can see it right there, about what to do and what the platform is. Okay, so when you get on TikTok, so this is your main page, there's a couple of things that you're gonna need to know. If you see right here, I have well, first of all, your name, your handle, is whatever you want to make it. I would make it something easy to remember. Don't make it like weird. Lupe and Marcia both have really like witty ones. Marcia's is A Perry Good Life and Lupe's is All Thing Lupe. Okay. Just make it something that is eye-catching and pretty interesting. Or just your name, like me, just your name. Once you have your niche, you could go in and maybe change it, like Aaliyah does yoga. All right. Aaliyah the yogi, whatever you want to say, you can, once you start narrowing that down, you can change your handle. And the other cool thing is up here at the very top. Okay, do you see how I just touched that up there at the very top? Oh, wait, sorry. This part at the very top, you can actually change it. We're just going to do it for fun. So let's say Tammy the trainer. Say, just pretend I was a trainer, okay? Now, if you look, when someone goes to my page, I have my handle there, Tammy Evans Mitchell, but I can use that top part to do something specific. So it could be Aaliyah, whatever it was, and up there you can say Tammy the trainer or Aaliyah the yogi. I'm trying to think. Marcia, you could just put female hormone specialist. We'll get to that in a minute. That will make sense, okay? So you can change that up there. Next thing is right there, you see it's linked to my Instagram. TikTok allows you to link to your Instagram, and this is going to be really important. You are going to want to set that up, completely set that up, and make sure that you link your TikTok to your Instagram. And I'll explain all of the reason why right there. And then edit profile. Once you get 1,000 followers, you are going to be able to have a website. You're not going to probably want to put your Bravenly website there. And I'll explain why. There's 2 different programs that I've found most people use on TikTok. And one of them is this Beacons page. So you could Google Beacons, or I created 2. If you go to my Instagram, the other one is it's actually called Milkshake. So if you see that right there, msha.ke. So Beacons page, Milkshake. And what they are, so if you click on that, I can put links right here. So this up top is going to link to my TikTok, my Instagram, my Facebook, my email, but also they can go with, I just updated this, just so you're gonna have to follow me on this. If someone is like, hey, what's that? Tell me more about that brain coffee, yada, yada, yada. You could always say, it's linked in my bio, because TikTok is an impulse place. How many times have you been like scrolling on TikTok and you're like, ooh, I need to buy that. You don't even know what it is, but the video was awesome. So you click on the link, and then by the time you know it, it's at your doorstep the next day. there's going to be a space for that here within Bravenly. It's not always going to be the conversation first, as much as we would like it to be. It can be, but you need to be able to say, or when someone says, like I had someone the other day, where do I get that stress supplement? It's linked in my bio. Let me give you like how I do this. It's linked in my bio, or I will say, hey, go find me on Instagram and message me there, because I can't send the links and the images about that here, because TikTok doesn't let you do that. It doesn't let you message people the way Instagram does. And so you're going to want to try to get them over to your, do y'all only see my screen or my phone screen, or do you see this part behind it that says like Zoom? You don't see the part that says Zoom, just my phone screen?
It's just your phone screen.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, I didn't realize.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. So you're going to want to try to get them cross-platform so that you can have some of those conversations with them. And another good thing about that is now you have the same eyeballs on two different places. So you are joining people, you are relating to people in two different spaces. It's really important that we do that, okay? And so those are just some of the tips that I would get, like create a link page. So here's the other one. This one's a little more like it has my story and then my links. I'm playing around with the two because I don't know which one I like better or which one.
Can I throw something in there really quick?
Yes.
You don't have to have 1,000 followers to add a link.
Ooh, you don't?
No. Well, I mean, I guess so while we're talking about like your niche and stuff, obviously we're all business builders. So you can switch to a business account. So there's the creator, there's the business, and then there's the personal. So you can add a business account. I have less than 300 followers, and I have a link on my account because I switched to a business account.
Okay, so I want to talk about that. Aspen and I played around with this, and I'm still playing around with it. If you look, I'm going to show you. You guys are going to see something cool. Okay, so I'm on a personal account right now, right? So all of these were like right before conference. You see like 175,000 views, almost 800,000. You see like 52,000, 2.5 million. And then right about here, 3,000, 2,000, 3,000. Do y'all see how those views changed? Sorry, y'all hear my dog. It's because I switched to a business in a creator account, and my visibility went down because they know, y'all, we have to play the system here. They know that those people are on there to make money, not just using it as a social app, okay? So we were playing with that for a while. And then guess where I changed it? Well, that one's private, so you can't really see that. But I changed it and the views started going up again. And then I recently changed it so I could get analytics, and the views started going down up here, down again, down again, down again. So I'm about to change back to a personal, because what that is telling me, this is me playing around with it. What that's telling me that they are giving more visibility to personal accounts versus creator accounts and business accounts. And it's just through me playing around that I learned that. Now, for now, if y'all want to do that, so you get the link ability, then do it. And you get the analytics. You can see who is watching your stuff, the times that they are doing that. But I would, for now, I'm not at a place that I want my views to go down because I'm trying to grow still. I want as many eyeballs on me as possible. So that's just something literally, Marcia, that we just learned, that we've been testing out.
I kind of wonder if it has anything to do with the number of followers that you have, because it didn't make a difference for me when I switched from business to personal.
And it might, because
but I also don't have that many followers.
Right. And y'all, this is what I'm saying. Just throw stuff up there, and at some point, something's going to take off. That is what I am learning with this. And the more real, raw, authentic, and like I was saying, it's going to narrow down what your niche needs to be. Okay, so let's talk about, now that you have all of that created, you know what kind of content you want to do. You want to bring Bravenly into the fold, into your TikTok in some ways. Oh, sorry, I didn't want to do that. How can you, is it stuck on my face on your screen? That's awful. It's not showing y'all, is it? Now it's stuck. Okay, that's awful. Let me stop the screen share and then I'm gonna start it again so that y'all don't see that, so it's not stuck. Okay, let's try this again. All right, so while I'm doing that, before, let's start with Marcia. Marcia, I want you, kind of what we talked about today, about as you're finding your niche in a way, and how to come up with content. So I'm gonna go to Marcia's page for you.
This is Amber talking. Can someone give me a different word for niche that I can like, I don't know how to like sign. I'm sorry.
Your online identity, your identifying characteristics, maybe.
Your specialty.
Your specialty.
Your strengths.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so Marcia was talking earlier today. You want to go ahead and like explain, Marcia?
I don't honestly remember what we talked about earlier.
About how, like, trying to decide what kind of content to create and when you feel like it, in like making drafts.
Oh, okay, yeah. So like for me, a lot of it is rooted in like my cycles, which I mean, obviously for women, that's going to be more prevalent, but there may be certain times when if you have a full-time job, like you just have more time, you are more apt to stay focused, you are more apt to like have those creative juices flowing more freely. So when you get to those points, and honestly, most of us can kind of tell. Some people, it has to do with the full moon. Like some people are just wiped out at certain times just because of whatever it may be. And so my goal, and this is something that I've recognized, and that's a big part of it too, is like you kind of have to recognize what your strengths are and roll with that instead of trying to make it this kind of like Tammy was talking about, how your Facebook persona, so to speak, might not necessarily be the same as what you present on TikTok or Instagram. But with TikTok, we've said over and over again, what's so great about it is it's kind of a free for all. Like truthfully, I've seen some of the weirdest crap on TikTok. So once you get into figuring out what you want to do and then finding those times when you are just really able to get those ideas going, whether it's looking at other people and what they're doing and noticing what the trends are. And we can actually, Tammy she posted it in one of the group chats, but there's an account that I follow actually that tells you what the trends are. And so
show some of that here in a second.
Okay. So yeah, you go through those sounds, you save those things, you save videos for inspiration, and then change your shirt, pull your hair up in a ponytail, and then take it down. Like you can create content, spend a few hours creating content, and then save drafts. So those days when you're too busy, those days when you may not just have anything in you left to give, you've got those drafts of things that you did when you did have lots of ideas, when you were feeling super creative. And that takes a lot of the pressure off of doing that, because I'll do nothing. I'll get overwhelmed and I'll do nothing. So that takes a lot of the pressure off of having to perform like every day, if that makes sense.
That's ultimately what we're doing. We are performing. Okay, you are performing. And so one of the things is I get asked all the time, I don't know what to post. I don't know what video to make. So let me show y'all the way that I do this, okay? Anna and I had a Zoom and we kind of talked a little bit about this. I'm gonna show you when I am scrolling, like I spend a lot of time on TikTok, but y'all, when I am scrolling with open ears, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. As I'm scrolling and watching things, I'm like, how can I use this for business or something like that? So what I do, oh man, can y'all hear that? Okay, I'll go through.
I don't know who needs.
Okay, we'll just say this guy, okay? I'm watching this video. I'm gonna pause it. It's not, this isn't one that I would use necessarily, but I watched this video and I'm like, ooh, I like that. What I'm going to do is down here, the little arrow button, you see, sorry. The arrow button at the bottom where it says 17.6K. Y'all see that? I'm going to click that. And then I am going to click on this little thing that says add to favorites. All right, and you're like, cool. So then I'm gonna keep scrolling. All right, I like this one. I'm going to add it to favorites too. Then on my draft day or my days that I am going to make videos, I am going to come to my account and you see that little ribbon up there up top next to the Instagram thing? That is where all of your favorite videos are. So I'm going to click on that and look, those 2 videos are there now, right? So I am going to scroll here and try to find a, it's gonna be, this is my inspiration. This is my motivation. This is where I'm going for content. Or like Aspen the other day sent me one. She sent me this one and she was like, can you do something like this making with our products? I don't know why we can't hear it. Can y'all hear it? No? Okay. Anyway, she was like, I can see you making one like that with our products. So I'm going to go through one day. I'm going to watch that one, kind of see how she did it and be like, cool, I'm going to make a product one using that as inspiration. There was another one that I came across, trying to find it right here. Okay, just listen to the words. All right, so it says, my body hurts all the time, I'm over 30. I saw that and I was like, ooh, what a great sound for relief. Now, I don't necessarily have to make it an ad. I could just be like showing the relief and rubbing it on myself after doing something, whether I go work out, whether I do yard work, but my body hurts all the time, I'm over 30, I'm using the relief. And my caption down here can say something like, you know, thank God for this pain cream or something along those lines. Or you might not even have to say anything, because here's the thing that I've also learned about people on TikTok. They notice the smallest details. They will be like, I did a video and someone's like, why did you leave your cast iron skillet in the sink with water? And I'm like, whoa, woman, it was up there for like 2 seconds of that video and you noticed that. So someone will say, what is that you're rubbing on your body? Like, what is that? And that opens up the conversation. Now, that's going to be my next thing, something that y'all are going to want to do. So have all of these are this is just my inspiration, what can I do with this? This is something that I would enjoy. There are a couple of accounts here. Let me find a couple for you. Okay, this guy, if you want to write his name down, he shares trends all the time. I follow him. He'll share sound trends, video trends, effects trends, things that are trending or are going to start trending. Sorry, it's like delayed. This guy, so this is one to follow, Jeff Correct. Okay, another one, this chick, I really like her stuff. It'll show up here in a second.
Can you say the last name or type it, because I don't know the spelling. I missed the last name. Sorry.
I can't get on the chat right now.
You're fine.
It doesn't.
If another person can.
Okay. And then this girl, Wave World Wild, I don't know, whatever her name is. She shares a lot of trends, a lot of things. So a lot of times if I'm like trying to figure out what I need to do or what's trending, I'll go find one of these people. There's also a young kid that I've started following with his trends, and it's been pretty awesome. I can't find it, but it's like, it froze again. Okay, there. Okay. We got to give it time to catch up. So here's the thing, just follow the trends, especially when you're first starting. Just try some of the trends. Who cares if you get them right? Who cares if it gets you a bajillion views? But at least you know you are working in the area that is trending at the moment. So you're on point doing that.
And don't get locked into the video content either, because it could be literally anything. It's the sound that's trending, not necessarily the video itself, because I've even seen people like mute the sound and do a voiceover, and those videos are still like, they're still trending, even though it's not necessarily like the same content, or you can't even hear the sound. But on TikTok, the sound will scroll on the bottom, and then you have the option when you're making the video to adjust the volume, and you can do a voiceover. So people will do that also just to get in on the trend.
And
so
we're not gonna like today go over how to make videos, because y'all just Google it. That's all I do. I'm just kind of trying to show you how to really get started and get things moving. So this guy, his tips are awesome also. Okay, so now I'm gonna go, I can't see Lupe on my screen. Let me find her. Is she on? Okay, so Lupe had a genius idea, and we were talking through this. Okay, this is one of those examples. So like I was saying, people are going to comment on your stuff sometimes. I've had people, what is that green stuff you're drinking? Tell me about this coffee. What is this glorious coffee? And one of the things on TikTok that you don't want to do is be super spammy about your product. You just don't. It's not going to be appreciated. It's not going to be welcomed, and you could easily get banned. I'll just be honest. And so there has to be a more side door passive approach to it. And this is something that we've been able, Lupe and I kind of talked about. We talked about having each other do it, and then we kind of went against that, like, no, because if they go down the rabbit hole. So what happened here is this person, Lupe, you want to explain it? Like, they commented, and then I'm going to go, because I'm going to go try to find that comment.
Okay, well, you just have to click on the screen. Click on the bottom where it says her name, and it'll take you to it.
Okay, so this was actually Lupe's idea, and I was like, ooh, this is perfect. So this was the video I made, right, about the coffee. Or it was really just, okay, here's another thing. This is one that Aspen sent me. She was like, can you recreate this, please? And I'm like, yes. So recreated it. Didn't say anything in the video, just down there at the bottom, okay? This is what it does. Well, this person right here commented, what's this glorious coffee about? So Lupe had a genius idea that instead of responding to her with a message, like right there, oh, this is actually one of the ladies that ordered from me. Instead of responding to her, like just typing a reply, like, oh, it's this awesome coffee, this and that, I responded with a video. So if you see that, so how do you do that? So we'll say this, OMG Sour Skittles, whatever, I don't really know. Right here, I could type a reply, or if you click that red video, you could respond with the video. And that is a way we are going to be able to get our content and our information out there, because what this told the other people scrolling and watching was, I wasn't just out here like throwing my product in your face. I was responding to a question. Someone asked, I responded. And it is more accepted that way. So it's like, all right, I was getting this question. This is what it is. There was another one I did. Let me find it right here. Same thing. It says, what is that drink and stuff you are making? hold on, it's catching up. It's taking a little long. Right there, this is me responding to them. So when someone comes across this video, they're not like, oh, there she goes, like just whatever a product. Now they're like, oh, someone asked, what is that? And so Lupe, what are some like ideas that we talked through? What I would encourage y'all to do is if you have some non-Bravenly friends on TikTok, have them be the ones that come and make these comments, not Bravenly people. So you want to explain kind of that thinking behind that?
Well, it's because we were talking about that we should comment on each other's, videos. And then we thought, no, because Marcia was actually the one that said they can easily go click on our profiles and see that we're all in this together. And people are going to feel lied to, like all that. So definitely, obviously family, close friends that are not promoting a business or Bravenly would be the best option. And I mean, my sister always shares all my stuff, but she will go post, oh, this looks good, or things like that, because then it gets other people asking questions as well. And that's with other platforms too. Any comments that'll always boost your stuff, but it's just the video that you create when you respond, you're not throwing it in their face, you're just answering a question. And I think you get a lot more curiosity from people in that way versus posting something that has like a long list of every ingredient of the whatever you're drinking. I've done a few videos and gotten pretty good views, and I've actually gotten some more followers, and then they go follow me on Instagram through some of my like drinking the balance or the gold, but it's just really quick videos, about 15-minute videos. I like to do a voiceover of them, over it, because I said I know I don't eat all my vegetables or something like that, so I just drink this balanced shake. And it was very simple. I didn't like sit there and just keep going and going and going. So I think the shorter the video, the better also, because nobody wants to sit there and watch. Now that you can do 3-minute videos, nobody wants to sit there and watch 3-minute videos.
I still don't have the ability to do 3-minute videos.
Because did you change your account again?
Yeah, but I still don't have the 3-minute, which is fine. I don't need 3 minutes because I was
personal or whatever, but it notified me on the very top that I could do it now. And I mean, I haven't, but it's just easier. Like, it just seems easier to do smaller, shorter. They tend to stay on your video and watch it if it's just 15 seconds or 20 seconds less, but
here's another thing with the same concept. As you grow and you have more eyeballs on your stuff, people are going to start asking questions. You don't have to respond that same day. So like, take this coffee one, okay? I don't know, I haven't even looked at it. Okay, so like these people right here, I haven't even, 6 days ago, sucks for me, I haven't responded to her, right? No, it's on purpose. So in a couple of days, what can I do? I could come in and reply with a video. I'm still replying to someone's comment, because here is the thing, like I'm getting comments from a video like from right before conference. TikTok's weird. You don't know where it's gonna come from. So it's okay to go back to any of your maybe Bravenly posts and see if people commented and if you could reply to any of them with a video if you need content. It doesn't have to be like right away, because those people are gonna get notified that you responded to them. Cool? I hope that's helping. Okay. Another thing is.
But Tammy.
Yes.
This is Sarah. Your reply actually comes through as new content on your page.
Right. Yeah, no, it does. It comes in as new content. But what I'm saying is to them, like, oh, I'm replying to this now. I'm just now getting around to this. I need that. If you're in a place like for me, I haven't done anything about Bravenly recently, or there's nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to that comment and reply with video. So then now there's new content on my page and that person's getting the response.
Very cool.
Just being a little strategic instead of trying to answer every single one, because then it's going to be, if you think about it, the content's going to be like coffee, 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 coffee. So this is just kind of spacing it out a little bit more. So something else, this is more for corporate than anything. So they are working with people, and we saw the first one. That's why we kind of waited. They are trying to get content creators to do videos with our products. It is something that corporate is working really hard on that I freaking love. I love it because these people are, their perk is getting all of us Bravenly people as followers, right? But also they're getting these products. There's an agreement. However, like, I'm not going to get into the details about how that works, but now this man, if y'all, I know y'all saw that video, I can go and stitch this or duet this. And I am not the one creating the content. I could be like, oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite accounts to follow. And he just talked about our calm. Like, I told y'all, this is good stuff. Like, does that make sense? Like, you could get creative, or you can like dress up. Like I say in his comments, I am that mom, right? I am that mom. So I can dress up like with him, duet him, whatever, and be that mom. So there is content right there. We can use each other's content too. I had some people on one of my posts asking or one of my videos asking questions in Spanish. And instead of me responding to them, I tagged Lupe. And what I'm hoping they would do is also go follow Lupe. And now they're seeing Bravenly stuff in 2 different places. They might resonate with her a lot more, obviously, because they're gonna be like, oh, she's telling me about this gold stuff in Spanish, not just in English. And so that's where we can really help each other out. Let me stop screen sharing for a second. Help each other out because we can help boost each other's videos. I would go through and say, like, the main things that the TikTok algorithm likes. Let me explain how this works. You do a video and they send it out to like 100 people right after you do it, okay? They send it out 100 to 500 people. Based on how it performs with those people will determine if it gets pushed out to another 500 people. So the performance is watch time. Are they watching it all the way through? Are they watching it more than once? Are they liking? Are they commenting? Are they sharing? So those are the ways. So if Aaliyah's post came across my screen or her video, or she's like, hey, I just put up a video, the best thing I could do for Aaliyah is go watch her video multiple times, comment on it, like it, share it, even if I'm just sharing it back to Aaliyah. Let me show y'all. Do y'all know what I mean by that? Aaliyah, I'm gonna use you just because. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna share again. I should have just kept that up. Okay. So I'm gonna go to Aaliyah right here. I'm going to, here you go, her coffee post, okay? I'm going to watch it all the way through. Now I need to watch it all the way through because it'll hurt her if I don't. So let me watch it all the way through. Okay, I need to like it. I need to comment. And then I need to share it and watch this. I'm gonna just share it. I'm sharing her TikTok to her. But what that just told TikTok was this person liked it all the way through. They commented, they shared, they interacted. This is a good video. Okay, so even if you have to share it to yourself, if it's like, just share it to yourself. That's not following anything. That is the best way that y'all can help each other as well as Bravenly. So that's like when Aspen, they posted that video, or that guy posted it, go watch it multiple times, share it, comment, like that. Because if enough people are doing that, then they're going to say, all right, this is good content, and they're going to push it to the FYP page. And that's where you want to be. You want to be on the FYP page. Now, how you get there, I don't really know. Okay, like this is what I know. So what can you do to grow your network? So once you have your niche or your areas, you can go and stepmom life, okay? Videos. I can go and watch these people's videos. If one of them really resonates with me, like, comment, share, follow, because they're going to get that notification. Start building that relationship. Y'all like things that are the same. All right. So, and then that's the same thing as trying to get them over to Instagram as well. A lot of times I'll follow someone. If I really like them on TikTok, I'll go follow them on Instagram. And then I'll come back to their TikTok and be like, love your content so much, just followed you on Instagram. What are they gonna do? They're gonna go and follow or go see what you did on Instagram, right? They're gonna go over there, they're gonna look at your stuff and then maybe interact with you there. Is that a lot of information? Did it help at all? I hope.
Yes, I think it did. Oh, sorry, my screen's not even on. My poor daughter, my 10-year-old daughter, when she was in school and she would get back from school, she'd be like, Mom, why did you send me all these TikToks? But I would text her my TikToks. I would text my sister my TikToks, my other sister, and then I would use, because I have a photography page and then I have my personal page.
Mhm.
I would switch my profile, go share my post for my personal page to my stories, because that also counts as a share, even though, it was me sharing it to my own stuff. But yeah, I think that sharing makes a big difference.
You just gave me something else I'm going to talk about really fast, and then we'll wrap it up. One of the other things is if you come across videos that, so I'm going to use Aaliyah again, just because she's up here. Like, there might be a yoga person or someone that's also renovating an RV that comes across my screen. I'm going to send it to Aaliyah and be like, hey, maybe you should go follow this account to do something like this. This is awesome. Look how much engagement they're getting on this. This reminded me of you. Or like Lupe, this one, you need to do something like this. This would be awesome. And start, just because it's not just something you would do, you can help everyone by sending them stuff. Especially, we all have our different niches, our different areas. And so you might come across stuff that would better benefit someone else. Okay, so the last thing, I know I keep going back and forth, y'all, I'm sorry. The cross-platform stuff, this is what I was going to talk to you about. I did a poll recently in my stories on Facebook and Instagram, asking people where they're spending most of their time on social media, okay? So a lot of people aren't doing Facebook that much anymore. Even the ones that voted on Facebook were like, they spend more of their time on Instagram, which was like, well, you just voted on Facebook, but cool. On Instagram, a lot of times people are not even looking at posts anymore. They are doing stories and reels. And so they're not even scrolling like this on posts, they're scrolling like that on reels. And so what you can do is use your content in two different places. I am going to show you how I do it, because you're going to want to remove the water app or the watermark app. For the most part, I don't understand why that's really important, but everything I've read, it's really important. And I know, like, Marcia uses a free website. I pay for an app because that's just who I am as a person, because I don't ever remember the website and where to go. So let's just say, I've already done all of these.
This is Amber. Sorry, you said that you're paying for the app. What is the app?
I'm about to show you.
This specifically does what?
I'm going to show you. I'll show y'all here right now. Do y'all see my screen? Do you see my phone screen, my TikTok?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we'll just say this one, okay? I'm going to go to this video right here, the 3 dots. I am going to say copy link. So this is the link to this video. All right. Then I use this app right here called TickSave. So I go in there and I pay for it, add video. It's taking a while, I'm sorry. Anyway, there we go. Add video. So it's right there. There's the video. And right now it shows me like all of the statistics, but I'm going to click share video down here at the bottom and save video. That just gave me, oops, sorry. That just gave me that video without the watermark on it, okay? So now I can go to Instagram, Reels. Oh, sorry, I didn't want y'all to have to hear that. I can go to Reels and post that now, and it's the same video, same 2 places without the TikTok watermark, right? So that is just a way to cross-platform your stuff. So, and if you don't like, I know, Marcia, if you could put in the chat, I can't see the chat, where you put the, what the website is. You can go, you just want to remove the watermark app as much as possible and then upload that into Reels. And it doesn't even have to be the same day. It could be a couple days later. Sometimes I will just take my TikTok and throw it in my stories instead of a reel. It's just getting the content in multiple places, but only creating it once. Someone had a question, but I don't know who, because I can't see all the people.
Hey, Tammy, I have a question.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to ask, do you use the Tick Saver or the Tick Save? Because you have 2 of them on there.
Oh, Tick Save. The Tick Saver I need to delete. That one's not working anymore. So I use Tick Save. But there's a website there. That's the thing. If y'all Google it, how to remove watermarks from TikTok, it'll show you. But it's just when you go to your page, you want to do the copy link down there. Because if you just press save video, it's going to save it, but it's going to save it with the watermark.
I have a question too.
Okay.
So I'm curious because I know like on TikTok, the more stuff you mix in and do things, the more it puts it out there. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know, like the more you like add different sounds or do whatever, does that affect the algorithm at all?
Not really. The algorithm, the main thing is the views. Like at the very beginning, like you could probably tell within a couple of hours if it's going to be an awesome video and start growing or not, because it's all based on that very first push out. Now, of course, trends. So sounds that are trending. Let me go back to that guy that said, okay, here's one. Oh, this is another one. I don't think I shared this guy with you guys. JT Barnett. So the one cool thing I like about these trend talkers, that's their whole content is trends. This is what they do, is he will post down here the sound that's being used, that's trending. He just has the volume all the way down so you don't hear it. So if you go click on that, you will see all of the videos of people that use that same like that same sound and the same trend. And so TikTok is going to give more visibility to things that are trending at that moment or starting to trend because they're trending. People are watching that. But the more things, I think you just play around with it. I really think it depends on the person and their account. Some people will use a certain effect all of the time. Some people will use the same colors all of the time on their stuff. Some of the little things that I've learned, little tips, let me find a video to try to show y'all. Okay, this one. Sorry, it's just delaying, it's lagging. I sound like my son when he's playing Fortnite. It's lagging. You want to give people a reason to have to re-watch the video. And same kind of thing, you want to have a call to action, okay? So here's little things.
Stumbled onto ADHD talk because I have ADHD. Something that I did not realize that TikTok is.
We watch it all the way through. I don't know how to fast forward through videos. Okay, I'm going to keep talking because it's near the end. you want to flash some like text or something up on the screen, but don't leave it there too long. I don't know if y'all saw that. Just long enough for someone to read it, but not maybe too long to where they can't read it all of the way. Because what is that going to do? It's going to make them be like, what did that just say? So now they have to watch the video all the way through again to get there to watch what it just said. And then you also want to do like a call to action. So I just recently saw that. So like up there, if you see I put that nootropics are a great natural approach for ADHD brain, I put it pretty small. So it might pop up, they might not see it. They like it stays there for like long enough, but they might have to come back and rewatch it. Like, what did that say? And come back and do it. Hold on, there's another part coming. Right there. Like and follow if you're an ADHD mom too. So it's a call to action. So that, I think Thomas, I don't know how he says it, talked about using the closed caption, which is kind of cool because it just, I'm trying to find one. I haven't done one in a while with that. It just adds it to your video and it creates the words based on what you're saying and puts it at the bottom. I'm looking, y'all. I don't know. I can't find one.
You can also, Tammy, edit it because like, I don't think I have an accent, but sometimes I'll say something and it will not get the correct word. You can go in there and change the spelling. I said something, I think I said Elias's name and it had like a weird thing, but that's really neat, a really neat feature.
And just find, like, there is so much potential content out there that you just have to know. Oh, sorry, y'all are still looking. You just have to know what you're looking for and keep an eye open as you are watching your TikTok, and then have it's basically just my inspiration reel. All of my favorites, that's things that I don't know what to do. So I go there and I am inspired and I'm like, okay, I'm going to recreate this one today. Or sometimes I'll look at them and be like, why did I even save that? What was going through my mind at that moment? I don't know, but I don't need this video anymore. That will help you know, that will help you take away some of the, I don't know what kind of content to create, because it's already there. You're just recreating it in your own way and using it. And so do you guys have any other questions? I know that was long and that was a lot, but maybe we can do another Zoom later about how to like create videos, some of the things that are in the app.
I have something to add, Tammy. I do the trash truck Thursday with Elias. Mm-hmm. Every Thursday when the trash truck comes, he runs outside, he waves, the driver honks or whatever. Well, it took me forever to do it today because I was so busy. And I had 2 or 3 people that actually asked me, and they were followers from TikTok that moved to Instagram and then our Facebook now. And they asked me if the trash truck hadn't come by because I hadn't posted. So even something like weird that you can come up with, but be consistent every Wednesday or every Tuesday or every whatever. People like are watching. Lines. Yeah, exactly. They're watching. Sometimes they're not talking to you, but when you don't do it, is when they reach out. You better stop. Sorry. Okay. That was all I had to say.
and that's what, like, you guys, I'm lucky because I have Marcia and Lupe, and we share TikToks all day long, or they'll say one, like, send one, please do this one, or I'll send it like, y'all need to do this one. Find those people within Bravenly, or just in your life, or even new friends on TikTok. Like, I have started following some people and creating relationships with them on TikTok, and I will send them videos and I'll say, I can see you doing one like this. Why not? It's creating relationships. It's fun. But the whole thing is the cross-platform, because if you get them to Instagram, you can talk to them in Messenger differently about brand partner, being a product of the, like, or being a customer, whatever it is, the different options. On TikTok, you really can't do that. You can really only message people if you're mutually following each other. if you're not following each other and you send them a message, it's going to go into like a draft or a message request folder, but it doesn't give you a notification for that. So you don't know necessarily that there's some in there. You can't send, like we couldn't send that nootropics image to them on TikTok. So you want to get them over. But then the other thing is that impulse buy. So like my goal for all of y'all is to try to get to 1,000 followers as quick as possible so that you can create a vegans page or a milkshake page to have all of your links. And I wouldn't just put links. So like Aaliyah, you have this favorite yoga mat that you use, I don't know, and you talk about it in your videos, you can always link that too, so that people aren't thinking you're only linking to your products. You are sharing, it is social sharing. You are sharing other things. Like I have my necklaces linked because I had people ask about that. I have our floating desks for the kids linked because people ask about that. So when they go to that, they're not just going to see all of my products. That, hopefully it helps you guys. Let me stop the recording and then I will stay on a